Well, great morning, everyone. Ah. So I'm over here in Chandler just waiting to hear, when that car gets back from Toyota and I can come view it. So this morning I'm going to do an open read. We'll shuffle the cards. I'll pull 18 cards and then we'll look at them together and see if we can figure out what the reading's about, what it's going to tell us this morning. So let's just get started pulling some cards. Oop! So another one just flew off. So let's see what we get here. I think this is called the Minimalist Tarot. You have to get them on Etsy. You cannot find these on Amazon. So I know people always ask me about this deck when I use it. Over a little bit so I've got room to lay this last pile. Okay, underneath of it all we have what's being birthed, the Empress. So what's coming? We have the start of the burden. 10 of Wands. The burden that we're dealing with when it comes to things that are still up in the air, that are extremely painful. Okay? The mental, the physical pain of stuff that's up in the air. So let's see what we have, the energy coming into it. It's about the things that are being juggled. When it comes to the judgments, now we do have a lot of judgments coming down and being out in the cold. They're out of the aspect of spirituality, okay? So a lot of judgment is coming down on the things that these guys are trying to juggle. What's going on now is, yes, new action. There is a new action afoot. When it comes to a message, an emotional message coming out of something that's been hidden. The High Priestess. What has been hidden? So let's go ahead and pull and see what has been hidden that we're going to have to reveal. Okay. Yeah, it's about standing guard. Okay? Standing guard. So standing guard has been a bit hidden. So they're planning something. It could be also that these Republican judges are not buying into Trumpenstein's things. But let's see what we have. Because the challenge is, yeah, his abuse of power. Okay? The things that he continues to put out as if it's fact, and it's not, that's causing a lot of nightmare scenarios for people, a lot of concern when it comes to his trying to instigate a dark government. Okay? So let's see, the potential outcome is, yes, not a surprise. The wheel, karmic wheel is turning. Okay? when it comes to people holding on to their power, okay? When it comes to these actions and in deeper investigations. So let's see the extra knowledge that it has. This is about the long term. Long term, the light is being shed when it comes to long term. And the knight, the sword of truth, is charging forwards, shedding light on what they're trying to do long term. So let me go ahead and move these over. Give a little room so we can look at this. If I can look at this here. Okay. Move these out. Put it in a place where I can read it a little better. And we can decipher this. Okay. So what we have, 4 corners, is the burden, but the wheel is turning, the karmic wheel, and the investigations into this pain and drama that we're feeling. At the center of it is a message coming out, emotional message, when it comes to what's being juggled and the concerns, massive concerns that we have about that. It's about a judgment when it comes to the abuse of power, new action, when it comes to being able to stand guard and protect, okay? Because there's more judgment coming in about the nightmare that people are feeling and being out in the cold when it comes to his abuse of power. So he's going to continue to lose these cases one after another. When it comes to the judgment, things are up in the air with some of the messages, but we have also the burden of the being able to protect. So some of this could also be some of the Hegseth things that are going on as well in this, with the massive pain, that feeling, and due to this judgment there will be a new action beginning. Okay, a lot of concern, again, new action starting, new investigations coming up. With things up in the air, the wheel is turning, so it's coming, it's on its way, with a message about people standing up into power and more coming forward when it comes to that, and the concern about the abuse of power with this dark government he's trying to do. Okay, so foundation, a lot of pain, being out in the cold, with some of the judgment holding the line. When it comes to the dark government, more investigations. The center of it, things up in the air, there is judgment, more message coming out when it caused the concern about what they're trying to bring in and how we can deal with it. Above it, the burden of what's being juggled, the new action when it comes to the abuse of power, and the wheel is turning. So with this, I'm getting a lot of different fronts. That people are standing up, okay, wanting more investigations that are coming down, and more judgments are coming down, and keeping things up in the air. So Trumpenstein is just not getting his way on things. And he can go ahead and crow and say he's going to have a third term, et cetera, et cetera. And the best 100 days of any administration ever in the history of America, which is 180 degrees away from the truth, the most failed administration ever, that it's just a bunch of hot air, and everything that they continue to put out there with Doge and all these other things are in the process of being reversed. Okay? They're going to wind up being reversed. So they keep putting the kibosh on it. No, 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 no. You need to stop it. No. So that's what I get today. Wheel is turning again, and it's just going to continue to say no. Okay? And Trump can crow all he wants about what they're doing is fabulous, but very little is getting done, and the things that they're doing are in the process of getting reversed and stopped. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online. And it's so good to see Tim and Alfie out there. Okay? I was just starting to catch his reading. So I'm going to, get a little time and watch and see what he has to say out there. But it was great to see Tim and Alfie. And like he said, he'll be popping in when he can. Okay? So we all look forward to that. We all love Tim and Alfie for sure. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We're here in Chandler. I'm just hanging out at a little place over here. Yeah, and just waiting to hear what's going on. And so hopefully, that car gets looked at and I can go view it within the next hour or so. I hope so, but we'll see. We'll see.